Events are basically one of the most important things you'll use jQuery for. They basically allow you to run jQuery code when something happens. So for example, a user clicks on an element, a user double clicks on an element, a user hits a key, or a user closes the browser, for example. Those are all events, and we're going to teach you how to use those with your jQuery code. So basically I've made this quick HTML scaffold which has HTML standard stuff, and then it has title script which contains jQuery, has another script which is empty at this point, has a style tag which styles this clicker span down here, and basically this clicker span is just a little span with the text "click me" on the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that when you click that span, something happens. So in order to do that, we're going to use the standard document.ready, and that initializes the code when the document is ready. So basically, we're going to put our code in here that we want to run when the document is ready. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to select the span with the ID clicker. So we're going to go number sign clicker. Then we're going to say click. So basically, what this says is when this clicker is clicked, run my code, which is basically the code inside here. It's the code in here that will be run when the clicker is clicked. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick alert box, standard alert box, just to show you what happens, just to show you that it really works when the object gets clicked. So we're going to say, you clicked me. So we're going to save that, and we're going to load it up in my browser. It's in my events folder. I'm going to bring that into Safari. And you're going to see the thing that says click me. So basically what should happen now when I click the click me is a pop-up box should come up. So I'm going to try it. You clicked me. See, it works. So now we're going to try and do something that is more jQuery-esque. We're going to change the background color of the document when you click that button. So we're going to select body, and then we're going to say CSS. We're going to say background dash color, and we're going to change it to blue. So basically what it's going to do is when clicker gets clicked, we're going to run this code. We're going to select the body, and we're going to set its CSS background color value to blue. So we're going to save this, and then we're going to go back to the browser, refresh the page, and we're going to click it. Notice this time when we click it, the whole background of the document turns blue. That shows that it worked. So click isn't the only event that you can do. Obviously there's many more that you can do, so we're going to try another one. We're going to select the clicker, and we're going to make something happen when you double click that button. So in order to do that, we're going to go DBL_CLICK, double click, and then inside here we're going to do a function, and this time we're going to make the body background color, we're going to make it red. So we're going to save that, and we're going to go back to the browser, and we're going to refresh. Now this time we're going to try double clicking the button. So I'm going to click it once. If you click it once, it turns blue. When you double click it, it should turn red. So we're going to double click. Notice that the background color turns red. It shows you that it worked. So those are two basic mouse events that you can do. And now some other mouse events you can do are mouse enter and mouse leave, which basically means when the mouse goes on top of the element, it runs the code, and when the mouse leaves the element, it runs the code. So we're going to do that. We're going to do mouse enter, which basically we're going to select clicker. We're going to say mouse enter. Then in here we're going to type in function brackets, curly brackets, and then this code will run when the mouse goes over the clicker element. So this time we're going to select the body, and we're going to go CSS. Oops. And we're going to go equals pink. So now when we hover over the clicker, the background color is going to turn pink. So let's test it out. We're going to save the document. We're going to go back here. We're going to refresh the page, and then we're going to hover over. Notice the background turns pink. I'm going to refresh again, do it again, just so you can see. Background turns pink. So now what if we want the background to change back to white when we leave? So we're going to do something similar, except I'm going to copy this block of code, and I'm going to go mouse leave. And instead of enter, we're going to change this to leave. And we don't want the background color to change to pink when the mouse leaves. We want it to change to white. So we're going to refresh this. We're going to go over it. It turns pink. Now when we leave, it turns white. It's a pretty cool feature. I mean, mouse leave, mouse enter, double click, and click are basically the mouse events you're going to be using most. Alright, so now that we know how to do mouse events, we're going to move on to keyboard events. So we're going to create a new block of code, and I'm just going to call it keyboard events. And in here we're going to have a new keyboard event. So basically, when you're using keyboard events, you don't really want to be using them with an element. You want to be using them with the document. So we're going to select the document. Notice document's not in quotes. That's because document is an actual object in JavaScript, and we just don't want it in quotes for now. So we're going to type in, select the document, then we're going to say dot key up, then the brackets, and then inside here we're going to have our function that's going to run when a key goes up. So to demonstrate to you that it worked, we're going to do alert a key went up. So it's going to say a key went up when a key goes up. So we're going to save the page. We're going to go back. We're going to refresh it. Then I want you to try hitting a key. I'm going to hit the enter key. Notice it says a key went up when you do that. Now let's try it with the spacebar. Key went up, and you can use different letters, and it'll happen basically every time. And we're going to switch back to TextMate, and that's really useful. And then we're going to try a key down. So when a key goes down, you just basically use key down instead, and just say key went down. So we're going to refresh the page and hit a key. Notice this time, right when you touch it, it basically says key went down. So those are really, really useful. I find key press works too. That's basically just a simpler way of saying both the two. So we're going to try that out. We're going to refresh the page, hit a key. It says a key went down. It does basically the same thing as before. And so now, basically, there's another thing you can do. Say you want to get which key is being pressed, because I mean, you don't want something to happen always, like whenever a key is pressed. So we're going to make it so something happens only if the enter key is pressed. So in order to do that, inside this function over here, you're going to type event. What that does is it passes an event object from this key press event into your function down here. So in order to get the number of the key that you hit, we're going to type in variable. We're going to create a new variable called key num, and we're going to make that equal to event dot key code. Make sure you use that capital C or else it won't work. Basically what that does is it extracts the value key code from the event object that's passed from the key press function. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go alert key num, and we're going to save this and we're going to go back. Basically whenever we hit a key now, it's going to tell us the number of that key. It's JavaScript key code. So enter I'm going to hit gives us 13. So say we want something only to happen when number 13 is hit. So we're going to say if key num equals 13, enter key was pressed. We're going to make it alert you pressed enter. So basically this is only going to fire when we hit the enter key. So let's hit the enter key, and it says you pressed enter. Now try hitting another key, notice nothing happens. So basically this filters which key you're hitting, and it only runs when you hit key 13, which is enter. One resource you can use in order to get key codes online, you type in Google. The easiest way to do it is just go JavaScript key codes, and you go to the first link, and there you go. There's a nice table that tells you all the key codes, and there's even a little thing at the top that you can hit a key on, and it tells you the number right beside. So I'm going to hit the enter. It gives us 13, just like in our script. Spacebar is 32, A is 65. There you go. So there we have it. Those are basic events in JavaScript, and feel free to mess around with them. Try running something different. Maybe we change the HTML in the body tag. HTML. The HTML function changes the stuff that's inside the body tag. So we're going to set it to you hit enter. Save that. Go back. And now look what happens when we hit enter. It changes the HTML inside the body tag. So that's all there is for today. Our next tutorial, not sure what it'll be on yet, but thanks for watching and stay tuned.